Today's game is brought to you by Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce, Assured Partners, Legends American Grill, Jensen Ford, Sports Plus, Sports Medicine, Edward Jones, Zach Wall, Capone and Brown, Wayward Social, Zeno's, McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, Tents Appliance and TV, Wells Fargo Advisors, Marshalltown Community College, The Embers, Marshalltown, Bruin Manufacturing, Ken's Transmission, Brown's Shoe Fit, Central State Bank, Calvin Rocket Bar and Grill, Top Crafters, Marshalltown Hy-Vee. It's Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV.
Inbounds is misplayed. Dalen Houston's going to come up with it. Takes it on a fast break. It's good. Kick shot, wide open three. It's good as it rattles in for Drake Capayu.
Welcome to the countdown to tip-off.
Welcome to Ottumwa. I'm Brandon Lewis. Great to have you tuned in tonight here on KFJB-TV and KFJB AM 1230 and FM 93.9. You're locked in on the countdown to tip-off here on KFJB-TV. Coming up tonight, the Ottumwa Bulldogs are hosting your Marshalltown Bobcats. Ottumwa with just 3 wins on the season. Meanwhile, your Marshalltown Bobcats with 10 victories heading into this matchup here tonight. Bobcats last year at home inside the Roundhouse, a 29-point victory over the Ottumwa Bulldogs. They look to match that here tonight. They're, of course, without Armani Thomas, who had over 20 points in that one, but Dalen Houston in this game a year ago had a double-double, and we'll see if Dalen can continue his hot stretch here. He was our player of the week last week, earning those honors after a couple of really nice games. He had 21 points on the road at Mason City on Friday night, as he looks to keep going as he bounces back from that injury that he sustained a couple of weeks ago. Meanwhile, for the Ottumwa Bulldogs, just 3 wins behind head coach Neil Hart, 3-10 out of the Iowa Lions Conference. Fairly young team. They've got some good size. They will challenge the Bobcats, of course, on the road here tonight. They did defeat Des Moines North on Friday night to pick up a victory, which stopped a 3-game losing streak. So the Ottumwa Bulldogs obviously facing off against your Marshalltown Bobcats here tonight on the road. We've got plenty coming up on the countdown to tip-off. Next, we'll get a look at the key area opponent matchups. This is the countdown to tip-off right here on KFJB and KFJB-TV.
In your home is power. Power to remodel your home. Take a memorable vacation. Add a deck or patio. Lennox Employees Credit Union can help you unleash the financial power you possess with a home equity loan. Consolidate debt, fund a student loan, or pay for a wedding. Home equity loans are as low as 5.74% for a 5-year fixed-rate loan. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com. Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce reminds you that when you shop locally, you are benefiting members of our community and adding to our local community overall. You'll find local business owners are generally more knowledgeable, provide better service, and even know their customers by name. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce exists to be an advocate for our business community. Membership in the Chamber benefits your business and adds to the strength of our advocacy efforts. For more information on shopping locally and Chamber membership, go to Marshalltown.org.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines. How can you help Marshalltown High School and enjoy a mouth-watering burger at the same time? By ordering the Bobcat Burger at Legends American Grill. 2 quarter-pound patties with crisp bacon strips, sautéed onions, and melted American cheddar, jack, and Swiss cheeses on top of fresh shredded lettuce on a toasted bun. It's absolutely delicious. $1 from every Bobcat Burger sold is donated by Legends to Marshalltown High School activities. So, enjoy a Bobcat Burger and help MHS. The Bobcat Burger, another exclusive from Legends American Grill in Marshalltown.
It's Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV.
From Ottumwa tonight here on KFJB and KFJB-TV, I'm Brandon Lewis. Welcome back into the countdown to tip-off as the Bobcats and the Bulldogs face off later tonight. We're still in the girls' game, still in the third quarter with about 3 minutes to go. 39-13, Bulldogs on top of your Marshalltown Bobcats. All right, let's get a look at tonight's key area opponent matchups, all brought to you by Brown Shoe Fit in Marshalltown. As last night, we take a look at last night, a big upset in Class 4A as Sioux City East has been a pretty good team all year long. They've been fighting up there in the top 10 rankings, and they were in the latest top 10 rankings. They lost to Sergeant Bluff Luton last night, 60-56. So big matchup there in Class 4A from last night. Tonight in action, Bishop Heelan is at Council Bluffs Jefferson in 4A, as well as Lamar's at Sioux City North, and Sioux City East is at home as they're 16-1. They'll take on Bellevue West, a Nebraska team here tonight. A former opponent of the Marshalltown Bobcats, Cedar Rapids Jefferson, 4-11. They face off against the Cedar Falls Tigers, who are 10-4. And also in 4A action tonight, a team that we've watched all season long, Iowa City West. They take on Western Dubuque, as well as Waterloo West. They've had a really good season. They're in the top 10, 13-2. They take on Cedar Rapids Kennedy here tonight, which should be a good game. Cedar Rapids Kennedy undefeated, 14-0. Meanwhile, other action in 4A tonight, Fort Dodge takes on Des Moines North, the battle of two teams that have only combined to win 3 games, and Des Moines North lost to the Ottumwa Bulldogs on Friday night. Ames is at Hoover tonight. That'll be a key one to keep our eye on tonight. Ames 11-5 behind Lucas Luth. Bobcats with 4 games remaining on the season after tonight. One of those games against the Ames Little Cyclones inside the Roundhouse. Also, Waterloo East is at Des Moines Lincoln. Always a tough place to play at the other Roundhouse, Des Moines Lincoln. They are 6-9. Waterloo East is 10-7. Mason City takes on Des Moines Roosevelt, and Waterloo East is in a non-conference action against CIML opponent Waukee tonight. So big night of Super Tuesday action around Central Iowa. We'll keep you up to date, as well as East and West Marshall, what they're doing, as that is our key area opponent matchups, all brought to you by Brown Shoe Fit with a wide variety of top quality shoes. This is the countdown to tip-off. You're watching KFJB-TV and listening on KFJB AM 1230, FM 93.9.
Shoe Fit in Marshalltown, you can find the right shoe for every occasion with a wide variety of top quality brands. Brown Shoe Fit carries the finest in footwear for both men and women with a large selection of athletic, dress, comfort, work boots, and European footwear, carrying multiple sizes and widths to ensure the best fit for you. Their expert, friendly staff is available to give you a personalized experience and find the right shoe for your needs. Stop in today at Brown Shoe Fit, 10 East Main Street in downtown Marshalltown.
Since 1967, Jensen Ford Lincoln has served generations of families around Central Iowa. Quality vehicles, professional service, knowledge of our product, that's a part of Jensen. But what's more important to us is a trust that is passed down from every generation. Jensen Ford Lincoln wants to serve your family. We want to be there for your first car, we want to be there for your family SUV, and we want to see you drive away in the Mustang you always dreamed of. At Jensen, we want to be here for you now and every mile along the way.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Don't let concerns about current events derail your long-term financial strategy. Edward Jones financial advisor Zach Wall can help. He'll work with you to understand today's financial landscape and how to be positioned for the long term. Edward Jones can give you the tools for a reasoned, disciplined approach to investing. Call Zach Wall at 641-752-3017 in Marshalltown or online at edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
It's Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV.
Back inside Ottumwa Middle School here as the Marshalltown Bobcats and the Ottumwa Bulldogs match up in, well, we don't want to give you approximate, but I would say at least the next half hour or so, as we have a lot coming up on the countdown to tip-off. I had a chance yesterday to go to Marshalltown High School and get an inside look at the esports program. And Jose Ramirez talked to him yesterday, and so he is the leader of that. He is the coach for the esports program. We're going to feature that coming up on our countdown to tip-off. Plus, we have our Cat Connection and our pregame chat with head coach Michael Apple. So plenty of good stuff on the way here on KFJB-TV. Right now, the ladies losing by 30 to the Bulldogs. It's 45-15 late in the third quarter, just 43 seconds to go as you take an inside look there on KFJB-TV. All right, let's get into our scouting report tonight on the Ottumwa Bulldogs, all presented by Bruin Manufacturing of Marshalltown. As you look at this Ottumwa Bulldogs squad, they are 3-10 heading into this one, 2-4 in the Iowa Lions South side of things behind head coach Neil Hartz. When you look at the Ottumwa Bulldogs, they're averaging 51.6 points per game on offense, but their downside is the other side. Teams are scoring 64 points per game against them. So give it up. They lack a little bit on the defensive side of things as well as rebounding, which has been a little bit of a struggle for the Bobcats in their side of things as well, too. So Bobcats know they will have to rebound well here to get a road victory as they take on the Ottumwa Bulldogs here tonight. Last year, the Bobcats defeated Ottumwa by 29. It was 69-40 was the final score in that one. Armani Thomas had over 20 points. That'll be the key, is the Bobcats getting in the paint here tonight against a team in the Ottumwa Bulldogs who feature some size. Alan Cook is 6'7". He's a senior, averages 9.4 points per game and just 5.5 rebounds per game at that size. So that will be the thing. Can the Bobcats get inside, get some of those cheap rebounds, especially on the offensive side of things, be able to put those back in for some buckets? The big guy, though, on the team to watch out for, averaging 13 points per game, is Trey Brown. We saw him as a freshman last year, an impact player, a guy who can do some scoring, but the key is, can he shut down the 6'4 sophomore? He will probably be guarded tonight by Drake Capeyu, who will have that assignment to try to shut him down. If Drake can keep him under 15 points, I think it's a very successful night here for the Marshalltown Bobcats. The one thing that Trey Brown does well is he assists, 2.2 assists per game, 7.7 rebounds per game as well, too. So this is a team that can work the ball around. It's just the consistency and on the defensive side of things. Can you get in transition and get those easy buckets? We'll find out if the Bobcats can do that here tonight. That is your scouting report, all brought to you by Bruin Manufacturing of Marshalltown, driven to provide innovative plastic molding solutions. When we come back on the countdown to tip-off, we will have our Cat Connection. We'll visit with head coach Michael Apple. But next, we are going to head to Marshalltown High School and give you an inside look at the Marshalltown esports program right here on the countdown to tip-off on News Talk 1230 KFJB AM 93.9 FM, as well as KFJB-TV.
Manufacturing is a family-owned and operated business founded in Marshalltown, Iowa, and we have a unique approach to plastic injection moldings with our own custom in-house tool shop. Since 1949, Bruin Manufacturing has provided injection molded plastic parts for construction, industrial, agriculture, medical, sports, and recreational purposes. We are an industry-leading manufacturer of precision plastic components. To learn more about Bruin Manufacturing, visit our website at bruinmfg.com. Bruin Manufacturing is a proud sponsor of the Marshalltown Bobcats.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Capon & Brown helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Capon & Brown to hear more about how they can help you feel healthier and happier in your home. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Call them today at 641-753-3563 or visit them online at caponandbrowninc.com. Your local premier Lennox dealer, where quality has been a promise for 48 years.
Hey, Bobcat Nation. We are here at the Marshalltown High School with Jose Ramirez. He is the head coach for the esports program. And, of course, this week they had an open house kind of highlighting the esports program. You made a comment to me just a little bit ago that you might be growing a little bit too quick for this, but it's awesome because I've heard what is going on here at the high school, and then also I know Marshalltown Community College and area schools also expanding into esports. So I guess what's the most exciting part about this program that you're able to offer here at Marshalltown High School?
So honestly, the most exciting part is just watching all these kids play and seeing how much they grow from the beginning. Just watching all these, students. Some of them came in here not knowing exactly how to play this game, but now they've grown into something pretty fantastic. And honestly, just seeing a group of kids who normally won't be going out for sports, who are able to come to a space where they're able to enjoy and be themselves. So it's definitely something rewarding, is what I would say.
Instead of maybe playing video games at home by themselves or whatever, they're here in this atmosphere where they're able to bond over something that other kids maybe have in common, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So definitely it's, not your normal, I would say, group of kids who would maybe not go out for track. Maybe we do have a few basketball players and football players that come in here, but some of them never gone out for a sport or have never bothered to try something different. But sure enough, video games is kind of their gateway to be kind of active. It might not be the most physically demanding, but it's definitely mentally stimulating. So,
what kind of games are they playing and challenging against other teams?
So right now, currently, we have Overwatch is what they're playing right now. During the winter season, it'll be Overwatch and Rocket League. And then during the spring season, we'll have Mario Kart and Smite. And then during the fall season, we'll have Super Smash Bros., Rainbow Six Siege, and League of Legends.
Okay.
So,
all right, so quite the variation of games that you're able to play with this. And so, how does it work when you face other teams in these esports matchups?
So it's all virtually, which is pretty great. So you don't have to pay for buses, you don't have to go to travel anywhere far. So save some money in the bank there. Yeah. So it's all literally online. We have matches already linked up to us. So just message one of the coaches, hey, you're ready to play at 4 o'clock. If we get the green light, set up the match online, play against each other, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. I'm sure some people are wondering, like, how does funding and how does all that kind of work to be able to go into a program like this?
So funding for sure came a lot from our sponsors. So we had huge help from sponsors, which is why we have an open house today to show them exactly where their money went, how their money is being utilized. So we couldn't honestly do a lot of this without our sponsors. So, which is really great, honestly, that we've been getting such huge support from the community. So yeah, to be able to have something like this in the high school is really cool. What kind of went into this process of creating this environment? It was a lot of meetings, so enormous amount of meetings, desk work, just sitting there talking about it. And honestly, it was just it was a lot of people that came into this and just kind of planning together to see what we need space with. A lot of the tech department, superintendent, Dr. Schutte, a lot of people really came together to make this space work. So.
Yeah. Last question for you is we're talking with Jose Ramirez. He is the head coach for the esports program here at Marshalltown High School. What do you do as a head coach?
As a head coach is kind of making sure these kids are in line, making sure their grades are up, making sure everything's okay. As well as that, helping them maybe with a few pointers here and there. I'm not by any way better than all these kids. Most of them will probably smoke me in a game, but it's just more creating that positive, making sure everything's in line, positive environment.
Nobody's smashing controllers.
Exactly, yeah, smashing screens, so absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, thanks for the time and keep up the good work.
Absolutely, thank you very much.
All right, Jose Ramirez with us, esports program here at Marshalltown High School.
Golf doesn't end when the weather gets cold at Wandering Creek Golf Club in Marshalltown. With their 2 full-swing simulators, anything you can do at an outdoor golf course, you can do at our indoor golf simulator. With 80-plus golf courses to choose from, visit WanderingCreekGolf.com for more information.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress has your mattress. Every firmness, comfort, and support level, each at a great price. Make the investment today for a good night's sleep for years to come. McGregor's also has quality furniture for every room in your home. Beautiful, comfortable sofas, recliners, dinette sets, and office furniture to help you work and relax in comfort and style. McGregor's Furniture is proud to bring you quality furniture and great service, and they are proud to support Bobcat Athletics. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, open 7 days a week.
It's our Top Crafters Cat Connection with Kinsley Bowie, freshman for the girls basketball squad, all brought to you by Top Crafters. Kinsley, your brother, Jackson Bowie, is senior on the boys basketball floor. How impressive was it to see your brother after the injury that he sustained during football season to be out there back on the basketball court?
It's pretty impressive because his foot was like broken in half, and now he's out there playing, and it's just a lot to take in.
Yeah, for sure. And to be able to see, the fans and everybody in the community kind of rally around that, I'm sure that's got to be a special thing for your family, right?
Yes.
To be able to see somebody fight through adversity, we've seen that on the girls' side of things. Sydney Capeyu, I know, had an ankle injury, things of that nature. To be able to fight through a grinding season like basketball, it can be very long. You might have 3 games in a week. How do you keep going? Has that been a challenge for you in your freshman season?
It's been a lot. I'm really exhausted, but I just push through and keep going.
How much does it play a role to have the coaching staff here to be able to kind of help keep you going and help think about, the next opponent and keep, grinding to get those victories and try to keep improving?
It helps me a lot. They're there all the time for me. If I have a bad shot, they just help me back up and keep my confidence good.
Where do you think your success on the basketball floor comes from? Because it seems like whenever I see you at the free throw line, you're dropping in those, or you're left wide open, you drop in that shot. Is that getting those shots over Jackson in the driveway, or what is that?
I've just always been taught to shoot if you're open, so it comes from that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And this freshman class, we talked about it on a previous Cat Connection with Millie Heitman, but the ability to have all the freshmen out there on the floor and doing great things. Georgia Jansen's been one of our player of the week. She's really been impressive. You've improved throughout the season, Millie, and I know that Sydney Capeyu has been a huge contributor out there as well. So this freshman class, how special is it?
It's pretty special since we've been playing together since we were 6-8 years old.
Yeah. Do you think that really helps you, though, to be out there on the floor? You can maybe that person's going to make that cut or a certain play or whatever it is. Do you think that happens?
Yeah, it does a lot, especially with me and some other girls. I just go like that, and I'm just open and they throw.
That's awesome. I wish I could get Dylan on the play-by-play to cooperate with me like that. Anyway, hey, that is good stuff. And many more for you to come is, of course, just in your freshman season, Kinsley Bowie with us on our Cat Connection. Best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right, Kinsley Bowie with us on our Cat Connection. It's all brought to you by Top Crafters right here on KFJB-TV.
Are you looking for an affordable way to update the look of your shower or vanity top? At Top Crafters, we offer more than just countertops. The possibilities are endless with custom and standard shower bases and panels. Wilson Art's innovative wall panel system and the Onyx collection both make custom showers easy. These systems are beautiful, durable, and made in the USA. Top Crafters also has a huge selection of laminate, solid surface, quartz, and granite. For your next project, stop into our showroom at 811 Iowa Avenue West in Marshalltown.
Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV is brought to you by Lennox Employees Credit Union, LennoxECU.com, Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce, Marshalltown, more than ever. Assured Partners, power through partnership. Legends American Grill, Marshalltown Steakhouse. Jensen Ford, with you every mile along the way.
Somebody who could give us
Hey, Bobcat Nation, welcome back into the countdown to tip-off right here on KFJB and KFJB-TV. It is now time for our pregame chat with head coach Michael Apple, all brought to you here tonight by Iowa Kitchen Company. Coach, you headed into this one off of a win on Friday night against Mason City, an opportunity to get back to 500 here in the month of January itself. I know January's been a little bit of a test, but how good would a win here tonight feel for you guys?
It'll feel great. Keep our momentum rolling. Play some good ball again tonight, so that's kind of what we're looking forward to do here.
Dalen Houston comes off of a week where he had a couple of really solid games. He was our player of the week last week, and then all that said, he was doing that off of a break, because of injury. So how impressive was it to see him come back in that fashion and be able to play well?
It's huge for us. We're a different team when he's out there, and a lot of good things happen when he's out there, and we get the ball and kind of work our offense through him.
Of course, another guy that we've talked so much ad nauseum almost, probably Trayshawn Brooks, being able to facilitate. How much do you think in this game here tonight he's going to have to help open things up against a team that's got fairly decent size?
Yeah, so Trey's obviously that's his role on our team. Regardless of who we're playing, he's got to be point guard and kind of leader on the court and make sure he facilitates the right way and hits open guys and gets us in our offense and just as obviously being aggressive to the rim, and that opens up things for us as well.
Only 5 games remaining on the season for you guys. What's your focus here in the last final 5 games?
Just be more consistent, on everything we're doing. Just every day, how much better we're going to get. We understand that this is coming down the home stretch here, so how much better can we be at the end of these 5 games and see where it takes us from there.
Your focus here tonight, this was a 29-point win for you last year at home inside the Roundhouse. How do you take care of business against the Bulldogs?
Well, we gotta be more consistent on the defense. On defense, I thought a lot against Mason City. We have 2 or 3 really good possessions there, and then we kind of let up and they get some easy baskets. So just being more consistent on closing out, containing the drive, blocking out, all those things that make you a successful team.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, that is head coach Michael Apple. Our pregame chat is all brought to you by Iowa Kitchen Company. Let us design your dream space today with quality cabinetry and endless designs and styles to choose from. This is the countdown to tip-off here on KFJB and KFJB-TV.
Excellent service and lasting relationships are just a few things we are proud of at Iowa Kitchen Company. We value our customers, and when it comes to designing a new kitchen, bathroom, or office space, we want our customers to get the results they're looking for. We provide quality cabinetry, craftsmanship, and design with endless finishes and styles to choose from. Let Iowa Kitchen Company guide you through your next project. Visit our showroom today at 811 Iowa Avenue West in Marshalltown, or visit our website at iowakitchenco.com.
You should never have to wait after ordering new appliances. At Pence Appliance, you wouldn't. With an incredible selection in stock and ready to install today. Our friendly team is here to help you pick the perfect set to match your style. And let our professional technicians install and set up your new appliances, often delivering the very next day. Stop in today, see all the new features, and find your new look at Pence Appliance. For sales and service of everything appliance, go see the Pence team.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
There's a city within a city not far from here. The city includes a beautiful apartment building with indoor parking, a chapel, a movie theater, a swimming pool, exercise and recreational facilities, putting greens, and more. The city isn't really a city, but it is a wonderful place to live. Make friends and live your best life. It's the Embers Retirement Community in Marshalltown. The Embers provides security, independence, and companionship. Beautiful grounds outside and lovely studio, 1- and 2-bedroom apartments inside. See it for yourself. The Embers in Marshalltown.
It's Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV.
Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV. I'm Brandon Lewis. Great to have you tuned in tonight as the Marshalltown Bobcats face off against the Ottumwa Bulldogs. All right, Let's get you a regional scoreboard update here tonight. All brought to you by Central State Bank. Thanks to Jeff Brooks, our producer, back at the KFJB studios, getting us our scores throughout the night tonight. At halftime, South Tama trails Williamsburg 32-14. Meanwhile, PCM, which we passed on our way down here to Ottumwa, 22-15. They lead West Marshall right now at halftime. That's our current scoreboard update. All brought to you by Central State Bank. Discover what Central State Bank can do for you. Locations in Ames, State Center, and West Des Moines. Hope to have you along on Thursday at not Zeno's this Thursday. We have a special location. It'll be at Wayward Social for Bobcat Live this coming Thursday night. Wayward Social, the host site for Bobcat Live, as we really highlight the Bobcat bowling programs for the girls and the boys. There's going to be a teachers versus players event, and that'll happen early in the afternoon, wrap up around 5:30, and our coverage from Bobcat Live will start a half an hour early at 5:30 on Thursday night, and then Cook. Number 14, Tanner Shark will get the go. 2.3 points per game, 2 rebounds, a 6'1 senior. And Tanner Shark, a 46% free throw shooter. Shakir Pope, averaging 8.6 points per game, 2.3 rebounds per game. Number 22 is a 6'2 senior guard. Number 24, Trey Brown. We talked about him in our countdown to tip-off a little bit ago. He is averaging 13 points per game, 7.7 rebounds per game, and 2.2 assists per game. He also averages nearly 2 steals per game, a 6'4 sophomore forward. And rounding out the starting 5 for the Ottumwa Bulldogs, it'll be number 32, Carter Thompson, averaging 3 points per game, nearly a rebound and a half per game, a 6-foot senior guard. And Carter Thompson will round out the starting lineup for the Ottumwa Bulldogs. For your Marshalltown Bobcats here tonight, behind head coach Michael Apple in his 5th season for the Bobcats. Bobcats with a win here tonight would really help propel themselves not only to 11-6 on the season, but they'd have 4 games remaining, and then depending on what you do in the playoffs, it'd be the first true winning season if they are able to get a winning season this year since to the 2008-2009 season when they went 16-6. Bobcats last year went 11-12 overall, so a game below the 500 mark. Back in 2009-2010, they were also at 11-12. So the Bobcats really looking to do something special here this year before they get into tournament play. Bobcats with the 10th best defense overall in Class 4A, averaging just shy of 51 points per game. On the defensive side, Carter Giannetto will get the go tonight, number 1, averaging 7 points per game, 2 rebounds per game. A 5'10 junior. He had 6.6 rebounds against Mason City on Friday night for number 1, Carter Giannetto, a guard. Number 3, Trayshawn Brooks, a guard at 6 foot and a junior, averaging 10 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, 4.8 assists per game. That is 7th best in Class 4A. For number 3, Trayshawn Brooks. Number 30, Drake Capello, the all-time three-point made leader in Bobcat boys basketball history, averaging 10 points per game, 3.6 rebounds per game, and 2 assists per game. Drake Capello, a 6-foot senior guard for the Marshalltown Bobcats. And he had 11 points and 3 assists against Mason City on Friday night. Number 32, Jackson Eisenbarth will get the go, averaging 5 points per game. He's a 37% shooter from three-point land, a 6'2 senior guard in Jackson Eisenbarth. And rounding out the starting five for your Marshalltown Bobcats with 4 double-doubles on the season. Number 34, Dalen Houston. He has 101 rebounds coming into this one. That's 29th best in Class 4A with 14.5 points per game, shooting it from 56% from the floor and 61% at the free throw stripe. 6'4 junior. Last year in this game, he had 10 points and 12 rebounds. He had a double-double in that game. Meanwhile, last week he was our player of the week, all brought to you by Calvin Rocket. He had 35 points, 10 rebounds, and that all happened last week in 2 games. So that is the forward in Dalen Houston, number 34, to round out the starting lineup for your Marshalltown Bobcats. 8.5 minutes to go before we get going in the boys' game here tonight. A final in the girls' game. 52-18 was the final in that, as the Bobcats could not get their 4th victory of the season. We'll have their game on Friday night as they head to Fort Dodge to take on the Dodgers. That is a girls-boys doubleheader here on KFJB and KFJB-TV. Pre-game show at 6 with tip-off right around 6:15 from that girls game on Friday night. We'll talk to head coach Brian Murphy for the Bobcat girls basketball squad when we come back. This is the countdown to tip-off. You're watching KFJB-TV and listening on News Talk 1230 KFJB AM 93.9 FM.
Furniture and Mattress has your mattress. Every firmness, comfort, and support level, each at a great price. Make the investment today for a good night's sleep for years to come. McGregor's also has quality furniture for every room in your home. Beautiful, comfortable sofas, recliners, dinette sets, and office furniture to help you work and relax in comfort and style. McGregor's Furniture is proud to bring you quality furniture and great service, and they are proud to support Bobcat Athletics. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, open 7 days a week.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Capon & Brown helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Capon & Brown to hear more about how they can help you feel healthier and happier in your home. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Call them today at 641-753-3563 or visit them online at caponandbrowninc.com. Your local premier Lennox dealer, where quality has been a promise for 48 years.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce reminds you that when you shop locally, you are benefiting members of our community and adding to our local community overall. You'll find local business owners are generally more knowledgeable, provide better service, and even know their customers by name. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce exists to be an advocate for our business community. Membership in the Chamber benefits your business and adds to the strength of our advocacy efforts. For more information on shopping locally and Chamber membership, go to Marshalltown.org.
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Back in on the countdown to tip-off here on KFJB and KFJB-TV, and now joined by head coach Brian Murphy for the girls basketball squad. Coach, 52-18, the final score from your game. Post-game chat all brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services. Ottumwa I felt like they got out early, kind of attacked you a little bit, put a little bit of pressure on you, and weren't able to kind of come through in that. I guess what was your thought that Ottumwa really did well to try to shut you down here tonight?
Well, I think one thing, as always, they come out to press, which you knew to anticipate. I thought we did a better job handling it overall, but we still spotted them too many to kind of boost some of their confidence. And I thought some of their defensive intensity played into their offensive flow, where they hit quite a few open threes, and we just weren't in position enough. And I think some of that comes from just scrambling so much offensively that we weren't in place defensively and allowed a lot of those open looks.
when you go on a road trip like this, what's it like for the ladies? I mean, not only is it a long ride down, but then you've got the game and a long ride back. How do you face that when you have a tough stretch here? When you just went to Mason City, now you're going to go to Fort Dodge on Friday night. It's a grueling test right now, it seems like.
Yeah, for sure. And this is something when the schedule came out, and this was the week we circled where we kind of knew this was going to be tough. And honestly, I was pretty pleased with the way we came out. I thought our intensity for the most part was pretty good. We had some mental lapses, but hard to chalk that up to transportation necessarily. Ultimately, it really does come down to how much we do things together. You're going to have individual slip-ups, and that happens. But as a team, you got to come together, make sure you overcome those. And I think that's something we still got to work on. Is when things go wrong, we don't allow them to snowball into bigger things.
I mean, it's hard to believe you're down to about the last week and a half of your schedule already in the season. Yep. So I guess what's your focus between now and the end of the regular season for the ladies to get yourself ready for postseason play?
A lot of it is what we've been working on all season. I mean, we still are really inconsistent offensively. We said we had some of our best offense in the third quarter where we got a group going and, probably about 3 or 4 minutes where our offense looked the way we wanted to. And then kind of fell apart again, kind of a rhythm got out a little bit. So we just got to keep working on that and recognizing that, we've got to own this offense now. It's been most of the season. And we just got to be more consistent about our actions and not waiting for someone to tell us what to go or to react to somebody else. So that's going to be our focus. And I mean, we're finishing out this year with our eyes ahead of next year. So we just got to make sure we keep working on everything, and we're going to try to get in place to keep us moving forward.
Of course, your opponent on Friday night is going to be the Fort Dodge Dodgers. Tip-off time at 6:15 from that one. You look at Fort Dodge and the job that they've done. They just. They've got good size and they're so physical. Is that the main thing you're kind of preparing for Friday night?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they've got 2 really solid posts, 3 players that are 6 foot or tall overall. But as has been the case in a lot of our games, we play them just fine in the half court. We held them pretty well. But once they're able to string together some makes off of their press, suddenly things start to snowball a little bit. So if we can keep it to a half-court game, we feel really good about our chances because they're not nearly as good of an outside shooting team as some of the other teams we've faced. And so if we can keep it half-court, make them get 1 possession or 1 shot per possession, we really like our odds.
I know the boys made the change to go to rankings and then assign postseason. Is that the same in girls this year, or are we going to see assignments come out shortly?
So those will probably come out, I think, early next week is 5A.
Okay.
And they're 5-team pods, so we're likely to get a 5 seed. But the good thing is they made a change on the girls' side. So in the past, that would mean we play a 1 on the Saturday. But now they're matching up the 5 and the 4 to give the 1 a bye. So overall, it's a much more friendly matchup for that initial postseason as opposed to getting ranked up with a number 1 team overall.
Do you know your pod yet, or will that still be assigned?
It'll still be assigned next week. That'll probably all come out together.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for the time, Coach. We'll talk to you Friday.
Appreciate it.
Well, actually, Thursday as well on Bobcat Live.
You're right. You're right. It's one of those.
Or
weeks.
Is Megan going to be there?
It'll be me this time.
Okay. All right. Much anticipated return. We've been getting massive amount of emails.
Sure.
Where is Brian Murphy? Hey, Coach Murphy with us. Appreciate his time here tonight. That is our post-game chat with him. All brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services, your locally owned qualified diesel mechanics. This has been the countdown to tip-off right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB and KFJB-TV.
Marshalltown knows competition. We started forging trowels in 1890 and evolved into manufacturing tools for masonry, drywall, concrete, flooring, tile, paint, and more. Today, we're still going strong. Marshalltown strong. As a worldwide leader in manufacturing, we crush the competition. We believe in our community and are proud to support Bobcat Athletics.
Finds Brooks. Brooks will take the 3. Boy, that's a pure bucket right. And backdoor pass to Weatherly. Beat numbers outlined in red. 3 again. Boys, he's hot. Beat now they go right back to Capay. 3, drop it in. Brian Murphy. 3, right wing.
You're here for a blockbuster season. The home for Bobcat Athletics for 100 years. KFJB-TV.
Eisenbarth and Houston for the Marshalltown Bobcats as you take a look there on KFJB-TV. As well as for the Ottumwa Bulldogs here tonight, it will be Alan Cook, Tanner Shark, as well as Shakir Pope, Trey Brown, and Carter Thompson, the 5 on the floor to start out for the Ottumwa Bulldogs. All right, let's dive into our What to Watch here tonight. All right, so I'll start with the Ottumwa Bulldogs, all right? People might be thinking, Brandon, did you lose your mind in the What to Watch for tonight? I was trying to look up some inspirational quotes for Bulldogs, and I found the motto for the Bulldog, together instead of against each other, and I think that's a great summarization of the Ottumwa Bulldogs in their season. Inconsistent play. Can you be there for the guys? They just average 10 assists per game. Meanwhile, nearly 17 turnovers per game, and you just can't win basketball turning it over more than 15 times per game. That's been their big bugaboo. A little bit of youth, even though they've got some good size. So, hey, can they work together instead of against each other here tonight with those turnovers? And then I tried to find an inspirational quote or the motto of a Bobcat, and I couldn't find anything. So Bobcat Equipment came up, and Bobcat Equipment's logo or saying is, we empower people to accomplish more. And that's what I think Trayshawn Brooks is here to do here tonight. He's here to empower his teammates to do more and step up and get a big road victory here tonight. That is our What to Watch for here tonight for the Bobcats and the Bulldogs. A Super Tuesday from Ottumwa Middle School. I'm Brandon Lewis, our producer. It is Todd Steinkamp here tonight. Jeff Brooks, our producer, back at the KFJB studios, as well as Jesse DeMeyer, a.k.a. Mick Meyer, on camera, and Keith Stewart down low, giving you those fancy shots from the baseline. 8 minutes on the scoreboard as the Ottumwa Bulldogs now being announced. Student section in camo here tonight. I always love to see what the student sections are up to, that's for sure. Bobcats are 10-6. Bulldogs are 3-10 in an Iowa Alliance matchup between the North and South here tonight. Dalen Houston will jump for the Marshalltown Bobcats. We'll see if he can get his 5th double-double of the season here tonight. He is 29th in Class 4A in rebounds per game. He has 101 rebounds on the season coming into the night. Alan Cook, we told you, 6'7" senior. He'll be out there to jump for the Ottumwa Bulldogs at midcourt. Officials are ready to go. We're ready to go inside Ottumwa Middle School as Trayshawn Brooks will get the ball in the backcourt, pick it up to begin the game here tonight. Dalen Houston with a basketball, hands off, waist high to Trayshawn Brooks, way out high, over to Giannetto. Left wing, looking to dump it over to Houston, far side quarter. He'll control the basketball, dribbles out, free throw line, back to Giannetto. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Inside, Trayshawn Brooks will kick. Capeyu thought about the three, didn't take it. Eisenbarth gets a feed, straight on three is no good. Rebound out high, it goes to Carter Thompson, number 32 for the Bulldogs, who gives off to Tanner Shark, who is the point guard. He'll swing it over to the left side, and early on here, Shakir Pope will get the basketball. Over to Trey Brown, and now back to the left wing. Around the perimeter, left to right. On your radio dial, the Bobcats go right to left on your TV screen, and radio dial, the Ottumwa Bulldogs will go here tonight. Tanner Shark, right wing, looking inside, feeds back up top, down the right side of the paint. It is Trey Brown for the 2-point bucket. It is 2-0. Ottumwa takes a lead early on here in the opening quarter of play. Trayshawn Brooks now over the Bulldog, midcourt into the front court. Left wing will get it to Eisenbarth, looking to dump it inside. Capeyu didn't have the angle, posted up on the left block. Trayshawn Brooks almost has his pocket picked, feeds back to Capeyu. Three, right wing, drops it in. Splash right there for the senior as he gets the bucket for the Bobcats, and it's 3-2, Cats on top. Drake Capeyu coming in on the season, a 42% three-point shooter. Looking at his numbers from a year ago, he did average one more point per game as the Bobcats get a steal. He was averaging 11 last year. Gets a kick from Houston, who drove into the paint and then opted to settle things down and kick to left wing. They'll give it back to Houston on the right block. Feeds back out to Giannetto. Now to Houston, who rotates to the near side corner. Houston pops it up to the top of the key. Over to Eisenbarth, swing around the perimeter. Capeyu drives baseline, kicks. Eisenbarth now wide open, near side corner, splash! Second three of the game for the Bobcats. This time it's Eisenbarth, and it's a 4-point lead. It's 6-2. Bobcats on the road with an early lead in a pivotal matchup here tonight as the Bobcats look to get back to 500 in their January record here tonight with a win. After having such a great December with only one loss, that loss came against Urbandale. Boy, backdoor cut. That was a good feed down to the right block. Trey Young got the feed from Carter Thompson, who will pick up the assist, and Trey Brown has all 4 points for the Ottumwa Bulldogs. 6-4, Bobcats on top. Trayshawn Brooks, right wing, over to Capeyu, opens up. Can he get his second 3 of the night? No, off the front of the iron, no good. Approaching the 5-minute mark here in the first quarter. 2-point game as the Bobcats up by 2, 6-4. Brown, left high post, got the feed. Now feeds it back over to Allen Cook. He high points the basketball, being guarded by Eisenbarth. Now pops it back out. They'll reset the offense with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Brown, bounce pass over to the right wing to Shakir Pope. Pope now feeds over to left, baseline drive. It's going to hang on the iron, no good. Offensive rebound, slap at it. What a huge block right there for Houston as the Bobcats will get it back. Going inside with the weak shot was Carter Thompson. And now the Bobcats turn it over back to the Ottumwa Bulldogs with 4:23 and counting first quarter action. So good offensive rebound there on that last set by Carter Thompson for Ottumwa, but Houston said, no, get out of here with that big block. Ottumwa now back with the basketball. Left high post, a foul on Trayshawn Brooks. That'll be his first of the night as he was guarding on Tanner Shark. And Shark was driving down the left side of the paint, and the foul is called to reach in on Trayshawn Brooks. First team foul for the Bobcats here tonight on the road. First foul on either team. Inbounds to Brown. Brown baseline drive, guarded by Houston. He bounces it off of his teammate's shoe, and it will be with the Bobcats. Oh, no, they say it was off of one of the Bobcats' shoes. I thought Brown bounced that off of Allen Cook, but apparently not. It'll be far sideline inbounds for the Ottumwa Bulldogs. Red and white with the basketball on the left side of your TV screen and your radio dial. Rasha Pope has checked in. He averages 8.8 points per game as he passed it over to the near side. Almost batted away, but Brown, the sophomore, controls the basketball. Back to Pope. Pope pushes off of Trayshawn Brooks. Boy, getting physical inside there. He'll turn it over as the pass went over to Shakir Pope down the right side of the paint. He dribbled it off of himself out of bounds. Turnover Bulldogs, and we mentioned that's one thing they do in excess. Nearly 17 turnovers per game. All right, Bobcats finally get a possession back here with 3.5 minutes in the opening quarter. Giannetto near side corner, swings it down low. Houston opens up. He cut off a screen and a great play. Right block. Dalen Houston with his first bucket got an assist. There to Carter Giannetto, who quickly passed it down to the right block. Bobcats up 8-4 with 3:15 in the first quarter. Brown at the top of the perimeter over to Allen Cook. And now a 3, right wing. It is good. Shakir Pope opened up. And the 3 gets him back within 1. It's 8-7. Bobcats still with a 1-point lead. Giannetto almost stepped out of bounds on the near sideline in front of the Ottumwa bench. Feeds back as he trades spots with Capeyu, who immediately makes him pay with a 3 from the near side corner. And Giannetto setting up a teammate for the second time here in the opening quarter of play. It's 11-7. Cats have knocked down 3 threes with 2:43 in the first quarter. They lead it here on KFJB and KFJB-TV.
In your home is power. Power to remodel your home. Take a memorable vacation. Add a deck or patio. Lennox Employees Credit Union can help you unleash the financial power you possess with a home equity loan. Consolidate debt, fund a student loan, or pay for a wedding. Home equity loans are as low as 5.74% for a 5-year fixed rate loan. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Braden Weatherly and you're watching Marshalltown Basketball on KFJB-TV.
11-7 the score on a Super Tuesday from Ottumwa Middle School. I'm Brandon Lewis. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe if you're watching on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@KFJB-TV. And, of course, you'll get notifications to upcoming games, alerts, and other programming that we offer here on KFJB-TV. Right high post jumper is no good by Rasha Pope, and it's back the other way. So Bobcats get the defensive rebound with 2.5 minutes to go in the opening quarter of play. Bobcats up 11-7. Drake Capellu's hit a couple of threes here tonight. Giannetto, he's hit one. Trayshawn Brooks still does not have a bucket. We'll see if he gets aggressive on this one right here. Feeds over to the right wing. Capellu gives it back to Trayshawn Brooks. Closely guarded by Pope. Kicks over to Capellu. Really trying to get something going inside here. Bobcats with a backcourt violation over and back as Capellu bounced it back out to Trayshawn Brooks. Turnover on the Cats with 2:06 opening quarter of play. Coming up after the game, we will talk to head coach Michael Apple, all brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services in the Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors. 2:06 to go in the opening quarter, 11-7 on a long night. It was senior night for the ladies, for the Ottumwa Bulldog ladies. 52-18, they topped your Marshalltown Bobcat ladies here tonight in Ottumwa. Pope at the top of the key, bounce pass down to Brown, guarded by Dalen Houston, and got his hands up and now reaching from behind. Brown's going to pick up a foul as Trey Brown will pick up his first foul of the night. That is the first team foul for the Ottumwa Bulldogs. But great job by Dalen Houston. Kept those hands straight up as he was guarding against Brown, who got down to the left block. Kept those hands up and forced Brown to miss the jumper inside, then got the rebound to clear out to Trayshawn, and the foul from behind on Brown is kind of a frustration foul right there. Capellu, top of the key, gets a screen from Dalen Houston, rolls with it, nothing there. Defense is good. Giannetto left wing. Now back to Trayshawn Brooks at the top of the key. Back to Giannetto, feeds quickly down to Dalen Houston. Kicks over to your side. Eisenbarth looking for a second three. Splash! 4 threes for the Cats, and they're up 14-7 with 1:14 and counting in the opening quarter here tonight on the road in Ottumwa. They won this game by 29 last year. Back inside the Roundhouse. Looking comfortable on the road here tonight. Capellu almost poked away a pass over to Pope. Pope will now bounce pass it back over to Allen Cook. Back to the top of the key. Brown was cutting up, looking for the basketball. He's going to set a screen on Giannetto. Not a real good one. A drive inside with 4 seconds on the shot clock. Shot is off. No good on the right side of the iron by Carter Thompson. Rebound Cats and back the other way. Dalen Houston into the front court on the far side. Now dribbles top of the key. Now comes down the right side of the paint. Pass through defenders. They're going to give him that bucket. Yes, sir. Get in there. 16-7 the score. And one more to come on the free throw. What a great drive. A little hesitation move right at the right high post and drove down the right side. Fooled all three Bulldogs in the paint. And Dalen Houston makes him pay. Second foul of the game for the Ottumwa Bulldogs. First foul of the night on Allen Cook. Trayshawn Brooks will check out for the first time here tonight. Rogelio Sarin will check in for the Cats. The rest of the starters will stay in here. Dalen Houston, one bounce, and the free throw shot is good. Nothing but net. And Dalen Houston now with 5 points in the game as he makes the and one. It's a 10-point lead for the Bobcats with 30 seconds to go in the open quarter of play. Into the front court is Pope. He'll control the basketball right wing. He'll pass it to Brown. Now back to the top of the key. Bounce pass, 20 seconds. It looks like Ottumwa going to be content to hold on for the last shot here in the opening quarter, trailing by 10. They were looking back door. Boy, Pope opened up, but they could not get the pass in. Dalen Houston's going to be called for a hold on the arm. That'll be the first foul of the night on Dalen Houston. Second team foul. 9.9 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Jackson Bowie will check in for the Cats. Number 40 trots onto the floor there, as you see on KFJB-TV. Far sideline. Inbounds pass. Went to Luke Grave. And now Ottumwa's going to step out of bounds. Brown tried to toss it off of Bowie, but could not do so. And the official right there, right in front of him, saw that one was off of the Ottumwa Bulldogs. And so 4.1 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Bobcats will have the final shot, looking to extend their lead. Currently up 17-7. Brooks over the timeline, got a little high. Shot clock runs off. Game clock runs as well, and we are headed to the second quarter. It's 17-7. Bobcats leading by 10 on the road in Ottumwa on KFJB and KFJB-TV.
Businesses are the backbone of our community. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce reminds you that when you shop locally, you are benefiting members of our community and adding to our local community overall. You'll find local business owners are generally more knowledgeable, provide better service, and even know their customers by name. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce exists to be an advocate for our business community. Membership in the Chamber benefits your business and adds to the strength of our advocacy efforts. For more information on shopping locally and Chamber membership, go to marshalltown.org.
Hey Bobcat fans, this is Kale Sandvik and you're watching Marshalltown basketball on KFJB-TV.
Time for a scoreboard update at the end of the first quarter. It's 17-7 on your Hy-Vee scoreboard, your Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard. Meanwhile, an area scoreboard all brought to you by Central State Bank. All right, halftime, Gladbrook-Rhinebeck 42-37. They lead East Marshall here tonight. Cedar Falls leading Jefferson in the second quarter, 36-12. Kennedy leads Waterloo West at halftime, 45-30. Ames leads Hoover 7-4 as they are just starting the second quarter. And earlier tonight, PCM was leading West Marshall, our last update, and South Tama was trailing Williamsburg. Here in Ottumwa, it's 17-7. Boy, that's a hard play right there, but a blocking foul is going to be called on Jackson Eisenbarth as the Ottumwa Bulldogs begin the second quarter with the basketball, trailing by 10. But a drive inside, Jackson Eisenbarth will pick up his first of the night, third team foul as we're early on here, 7:49 in the second quarter. Inbounds underneath, baseline. They'll pop it back out, right wing to Rasha Pope. And now at the top, they'll reset with Tops in the guard. Backdoor, Brown almost turned it over. Giannetto got the basketball, but it slung out of his hands after the pass went to Brown, and he lost control of it. A tie-up in there, almost a jump ball as Dalen Houston all over the place, wreaking havoc, but Brown gets a tough rebound inside, and a foul's going to be called on Trayshawn Brooks. That will be number 2 on Trayshawn Brooks here tonight, as number 3 will pick up his second, and Braden Weatherly immediately gets off the bench and will get ready to check in for Trayshawn Brooks, most likely. So 17-7, it is a shooting fouls. Brown will head to the free throw stripe, a 63% free throw shooter on the season. First one's going to be strong. It's no good off the back of the iron for Brown. Overall, this is just a 57% free throw shooting team coming into this one. The Bobcats, you ask, 67% free throw shooting team. That's 10th best in Class 4A. So Bobcats see the second free throw good for Trey Brown. He splits them, and it's 17-8. The score is the Bobcats leading on the road. Giannetto now running the point as Brooks is checked out. Weatherly's in there, so it's Houston, Giannetto, Weatherly, Eisenbarth, and Capeyu. Eisenbarth dribbles out of the corner, far side, swing it, right wing, down to Houston, gets a feed from Capeyu. Goes up and under the defender. What a great play. Brown just put his hands up. He couldn't guard it. And Houston with the uncomfortable play. Here's a nice play, and the Bobcats add another. It's now 19-8 as Houston has 7 in the game. Brown looks to counter, pushing his way around against Houston, keeps his hands up. And now Weatherly will force a turnover. Bobcats get it. Capeyu gets it from Weatherly. And now Houston will dribble it up court as he trots over the 10-second line. 6.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Houston, boy, what a great move. Kind of Euro steps into the block, but 4 guys step in, collapse on him, and they can't stop it. Boy, Brown got his ankles broken by Houston. Drives in, he shakes his head. Timeout, Ottumwa Bulldogs. It's 21-8. Cats leading it. 6:15, second quarter on KFJB and KFJB-TV.
The insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
Hey Bobcat Nation, it's Corey Smith, and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
6:15 in the second quarter. Bobcats leading at 21-8 as we look at the last play right there by Dalen Houston. Great bucket. He's got all 4 here in the second quarter for the Bobcats, who extend their lead now 21-8. 6 minutes and counting in Ottumwa Middle School, our host site here tonight for this one on a Super Tuesday on KFJB and KFJB-TV. Allen dribbles over to left high post, now swings it around the perimeter. Do the Ottumwa Bulldogs. They try to look inside for cutting down to the left block was Shakir Pope, but Pope couldn't hang on to it, and it's out of bounds, but they say it was last touch by Capeyu down low, who was guarding on the backside, and it will be out on the red and blue of the Bobcats with 5:50 to go in the second quarter. Quick ball movement around the perimeter. They're trying to post up, get something inside, but Bobcats did a nice job. And now the shot clock runs out. It did not reset as the Bulldogs knocked it out of bounds, but nobody retained possession. So shot clock did not reset. It runs out. Turnover on the Bulldogs and back to the Bobcats with 5:39 second quarter. 21-8 is our score. Ottumwa barely beat Des Moines North. It was 56-51. 5-point win for them. Dalen Houston cuts down to the right block, got the feed from Capeyu, hangs in air, and drops in the bucket off the glass. All 6 points in the second quarter coming from Dalen Houston for the Cats, up 23-8 on the road here tonight in Ottumwa. Shakir Pope pops open at the free throw stripe, not able to get the bucket to go. And now Weatherly hits the deck, scrambling around for the rebound, beat out Shakir Pope for that rebound. And the Bobcats get it, crossover move, kick out near side. Weatherly, he was on the line. They will rule it a 3, but it is no good. Off the front side of the iron for Weatherly. Kind of stepped into that one, and I don't think the official saw his foot on the line right there, but nevertheless, bucket no go. And with under 5 minutes to go in Ottumwa in the second quarter, Bulldogs back with the possession. 23-8, the Bobcats leading it here tonight. Rasha Pope dribbles down the left block, picks up his dribble now. Backdoor cut down the middle. Weatherly just got in front of Thompson, who got the feed from Pope, but misses the bunny, and it's no good. And the Bobcats quickly into the front court. Houston way out high, swings it, right wing to Capeyu. Capeyu dribbles in. His little floater in the paint is tipped out of there. I think maybe Shakir Pope got a piece of that. Back quickly the other way. Good ball movement. Giannetto swipes at the Shakir Pope shot, but could not get it. And Shakir Pope has 5 in the game. And the Bulldogs now up to 10. 23-10 is the lead right now for the Bobcats, who had that 15-point lead, their largest lead of the night. Giannetto 3 looks to get that large lead back, could not get it. Houston swipes out of it, swipes at the rebound, but knocks it into the Bulldog bench. And it will be back with the Bulldogs with 3:41 second quarter. Ottumwa 1-4 in their last 5 games. Meanwhile, the Bobcats 2-3, like I mentioned earlier. Bobcats looking to end January at 500 in the month of January. Eisenbarth will sub out for the Bobcats. Jackson Bowie back on the floor, so it's Giannetto, Capeyu, Bowie, Houston, and Weatherly, the 5 of the floor. Trayshawn Brooks, a couple fouls. Coach, 2 and you're out. 2 fouls. Left wing, drive in, slash it in as Tanner Shark. And it's good. His first bucket of the night. And a timeout going to be called for the Bobcats with 3:22 to go before halftime. It's 23-12. Bulldogs trailing your Bobcats on KFJB-TV.
American Grill is Marshalltown Steakhouse. Ribeyes and sirloins, aged, hand-cut, and served with your choice of 2 of Legends' legendary sides and a dinner roll. If you are a prime rib fan, Legends has prime rib every Friday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m. With 3 sides to choose from, it's chef-seasoned and slow-cooked to tender, juicy perfection. Try Legends prime rib, and you'll know why it's Marshalltown's favorite. Legends American Grill is Marshalltown Steakhouse.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Dalen Houston. You're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Well, I didn't have any Legends for dinner right there. I didn't have a steak or a Bobcat burger or anything, but I did have some popcorn here in Ottumwa, and I think overall the Toddfather and I agree probably a 7 out of 10 on the popcorn scale here tonight. Not bad in Ottumwa if you're looking for popcorn. Probably not, but but I was before the game. 23-12 is our score as the Bobcats leading the Bulldogs on the road here tonight. Second quarter action. Timeout was taken by the Bobcats head coach, Mike Apple. Bobcats go inside quickly down to Dalen Houston. He's fouled. Count that bucket. Yeah, get in there. It's good for Dalen Houston. It's now 25-12. Bobcats with the lead, and Dalen Houston at the line for the and one. His second time tonight. He will head to the line after making a bucket, so it's 25-12. Third team foul on the Bulldogs as the foul comes in, number 2 on Trey Brown here tonight. Just got a piece of Dalen Houston as he popped that one in. Houston with all 8 here in the second quarter for the Bobcats. And he'll make it all 9 points now as the free throw is good. He's 2 of 2 at the stripe. Rogelio Sarin checks in for the Bobcats with 3 minutes to go, second quarter. Pope dribbles over to left wing, hands off to Grave. And Grave will swing it around the perimeter over to the right wing to Tanner Shark. Shark, right high post, picks up his dribble, feeds. Right wing three is good for Caleb Campbell, a 56% shooter from three-point land. And Caleb Campbell checks in and promptly knocks down his first shot of the night. It's 26-15 with 2.5 minutes to go, second quarter. Houston dribbles down to the right block, and it's going to be a charge. Yeah, a little bit out of control. He tried to dish late. I think he kind of slipped or something happened. I'm not sure if he kind of tripped or something, but nevertheless, he went down to the right block, kind of stumbled in there, and it will be a charge. And the foul will be on Dalen Houston, his second. And, you know, coach's rule, 2 and you're out. Unless things get desperate, then maybe 3. But he does not like to do that very often. I think I've seen that one time in my, 3 years covering Bobcat games. Every coach is a little bit different in that philosophy as far as, fouls. Hey, look at Rogelio Sarin. They try to dump it into Brown on the right block, but Rogelio says, that's my ball, just like he did on the football field as well, playing cornerback. So he gets a steal. Now he gets the possession. Left wing, defense in his face, feeds to Giannetto. Now he feeds out, left wing, wide open. Capello skims off the iron, no good. Weatherly swipes for the rebound, but Brown hauls it in for the Ottumwa Bulldogs. Shark over the Bulldog logo at midcourt, dribbles into the front court, and off of his foot, out of bounds. Rogelio Sarin putting a little bit of fear into him right there, dribbles off of his shoes. Officials will get together and talk this one over. With 1:46 in the second quarter, Bobcats leading it by 11. It's 26-15. They led by 15 here in the first half. The call will stand, but a good job by the officials to get together and discuss things. I think they're checking on possession arrow too. And head coach Neil Hartz is also asking about what's going on down there. So we're good to go. We got the thumbs up. Thanks to Keith Stewart with a great shot there. We got that thumbs up, real nice and tight. Close up on that thumbs up from Hartz and the officials. All right, we're good to go. 11-point lead for the Bobcats into the front court. Blue and red looking to end the first half strong. It's been pretty much all Bobcats in this one. Got out to an early lead with a couple big threes. The threes have dried up, but the Bobcats have went inside into the paint a lot to Dalen Houston, who's out of the game right now. They go to Rogelio Sarin, left block, but couldn't get it. 6 seconds were on the shot clock. It was running down, but Bobcats turned it over. Back the other way with Pope. Pope gets it to the top of the key. Now a handoff to Campbell, who just knocked down a three for Ottumwa. It's 26-15 our score, and Weatherly will knock that one out. They were trying to get it down to Brown, who was posting up on the right block, but kind of kicked that one out of bounds. So it'll be far sideline. The Ottumwa Bulldogs will look to pass it in. Rogelio Sarin will guard on Shark, the inbound man. Eisenbart tips away the inbounds pass. 59 seconds to go. Second quarter. Inbounds pass will go way up high to Rasha Pope. Pope guarded by Capello. Now Brown, guarded by Weatherly, pushes around, spin move, and Capello stepped in from behind. I think they're going to catch him for a reach-in foul. So that will be number 1 on Drake Capello here tonight. Capello with 3 threes in the first quarter. He has 6 points. It was a shooting foul, so 2 shots for Brown. And the first one will ring in. Brown 2 of 3 at the free throw stripe. Just 51 seconds in the second quarter remaining before halftime. Get your stats. Halftime adjustments coming up at the break. 3 of 4 now for Trey Brown at the free throw line as he gets both free throws good. It's 26-17. Bobcats still with a lead, but down to 9. Giannetto control the basketball up high, kicks it to Capello, near side right wing. Now feeds it back to Giannetto as he trades places. Now kicks it up high to Capello. Got it over to Eisenbarth in the far side corner, but nothing doing there. Good defense by the Ottumwa Bulldogs. A step back jumper at the free throw stripe is strong off the back of the iron by Giannetto. No good. And the final shot here in the first half will remain with the Bulldogs with 17 seconds and counting now in the second quarter. So 9-point lead for the Bobcats. See if they can close it out here and not give up a bucket. Almost a double dribble right there by Caleb Campbell, but he'll go in. A runner in the paint is no good. Weatherly snatches the basketball. 2 seconds. He'll toss it up from midcourt, and it's left. No good. 9-point lead. The Bobcats will hang on to it as we head to halftime. 26-17. Bobcats leading it against the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the road right here on your home for the Cats. It's News Talk 1230 KFJB AM 93.9 as well as KFJB-TV.
Since 1967, Jensen Ford Lincoln has served generations of families around central Iowa. Quality vehicles, professional service, knowledge of our product, that's a part of Jensen. But what's more important to us is a trust that is passed down from every generation. Jensen Ford Lincoln wants to serve your family. We want to be there for your first car, we want to be there for your family SUV, and we want to see you drive away in the Mustang you always dreamed of. At Jensen, we want to be here for you now and every mile along the way.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call on someone who's invested in your success. Zach Wall, your Marshalltown Edward Jones financial advisor, is here to help you. He will work to build a complete picture of your financial life, including your unique goals and passions, so he can help you achieve what's most important to you. Call Zach Wall at 641-752-3017 to schedule an appointment today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Capon & Brown helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Capon & Brown to hear more about how they can help you feel healthier and happier in your home. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Call them today at 641-753-3563 or visit them online at caponandbrowninc.com. Your local premier Lennox dealer where quality has been a promise for 48 years.
Welcome to the Halftime Report on KFJB-TV.
At halftime, it's 26-17 as the Bobcats leading it on the road. They led by as many as 15 there in the first half. As we get a tight look in, Todd, did you buy a duck? Is that why we're looking to see where your duck went? I won. All right, cool. That is really close to X marks the spot right there. And let's see here. $50 gas card is on the line here. And then they're shuffling through papers. Oh, yeah. She's not even she's excited. She's embarrassed. You see that? She's embarrassed because the entire student section is looking at her. Anyway. All right, at the break, it's 26-17. It's been the Dalen Houston show. 14 points for Dalen as he's led He led the Bobcats in that second quarter with all of the points, all 9 points in that second quarter went to Dalen Houston. So that's great, but would love to see more from others, as it was pretty much all Drake Capeyu and Jackson Eisenbarth in the first quarter, as they both each apiece scored 6, as the Bobcats scored 17 in that first quarter. So Bobcats just 9 points in the second quarter. Meanwhile, 10 for the Ottumwa Bulldogs, so not like there was any vast difference, but the Ottumwa Bulldogs, Trey Brown with 7 at the break, Shakir Pope with 5, 2 for Tanner Shark, and 3 for Caleb Campbell in the first half of play for the Ottumwa Bulldogs. Bulldogs 3-10, your Bobcats 10-6, looking to go 11-6 on the season with a win here tonight. As last year in this game, they beat Ottumwa by a final score 69-40. They're looking to do the same thing and close things out on the road here tonight. They are 6-3 against the Ottumwa Bulldogs since 2011. This is halftime coverage from Ottumwa Middle School. I'm Brandon Lewis. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. Our producer on site, the Todd Father Steinkamp, Jeff Brooks, back at the KFJB studios, Jesse DeMeyer, a.k.a. Mick Meyer, on camera work, as well as Keith Stewart. It's 26-17, Bobcats leading at the break right here on KFJB and KFJB-TV.
Never have to wait after ordering new appliances. At Penn's Appliance, you wouldn't. With an incredible selection in stock and ready to install today. Our friendly team is here to help you pick the perfect set to match your style. And let our professional technicians install and set up your new appliances, often delivering the very next day. Stop in today, see all the new features, and find your new look at Penn's Appliance. For sales and service of everything appliance, go see the Pence team.
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV is brought to you by Sports Plus, Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, sportsplusTherapy.com. Edward Jones, Zach Wall, your financial advisor in Marshalltown. Capon and Brown, your local premier Lennox dealer. Zeno's, a family tradition in Marshalltown for over 70 years. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, with quality furniture for every room in your home.
26-17 is our score at the break, as let's get a look around Central Iowa and find out what's going on in action. Regional scoreboard update all brought to you by Central State Bank. Discover what Central State Bank can do for you. Locations in Ames, State Center, and in West Des Moines. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. East Marshall is trailing Gladbrook-Rhinebeck by 3. It's 49-46. Halftime, our last update, we had Ames 12, Hoover 11. How about that? Wow. Hoover, a little bit of a surprising team. They've got I think it was Jeremiah Johnson-Bassey. He played at Fort Dodge, or Mason City last year. And they had a kid, Harvell Bell. I can't remember his name, but anyway, he played at Lincoln last year. So they got a couple guys that came in to mix in. And I just think they're kind of a sneaky team as you get late in the season. If teams aren't prepared against them, they could surprise somebody. Wouldn't shock me. Golonesco, they are leading Collins Maxwell at halftime, 23-20. Final in boys action tonight. Williamsburg down South Tama big, 63-37. And it was Jeff Brooks' West Marshall Trojans getting down by the Mustangs of PCM 53-33. A final there tonight. That is a Central State Bank scoreboard update, all brought to you by Central State Bank. At halftime, on your Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard, it's Cats 26, Bulldogs 17 on KFJB-TV.
Choose Marshalltown Community College for your education.
A quality education.
Hands-on career training.
Convenient on-campus living.
One-on-one attention from my instructors.
Earning my AA degree and transferring to university, all while saving money.
Why was MCC the right choice for me? The great student activities and the friends I met.
2 convenient locations and the option to take online classes.
The right choice is MCC.
There's a city within a city not far from here. The city includes a beautiful apartment building with indoor parking, a chapel, a movie theater, a swimming pool, exercise and recreational facilities, putting greens, and more. The city isn't really a city, but it is a wonderful place to live. Make friends and live your best life. It's the Embers Retirement Community in Marshalltown. The Embers provides security, independence, and companionship. Beautiful grounds outside and lovely studio, 1 and 2 bedroom apartments inside. See it for yourself. The Embers in Marshalltown.
Marshalltown knows competition. We started forging trowels in 1890 and evolved into manufacturing tools for masonry, drywall, concrete, flooring, tile, paint, and more. Today, we're still going strong. Marshalltown strong. As a worldwide leader in manufacturing, we crush the competition. We believe in our community and are proud to support Bobcat Athletics.
It's Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV.
Super Tuesday from Ottumwa here tonight. Time for our second half adjustments, all brought to you by Ken's Transmission of Marshalltown. Well, the Bobcats got to get somebody other than Dalen Houston involved in this game because he has 14 at the break, but 2 other guys with 6 and 6 for Capeyu and Eisenbarth, and continue to rebound. Its second half starts next on KFJB-TV.
Ever seen what it takes to fix a transmission? It takes a lot of patience, a lot of experience, and a whole lot of talent. At Ken's Transmission, they have all the above. Family owned and operated with over 62 years of experience in all areas of transmission, keeping your vehicle shifting smoothly, and routine maintenance, repair, and replacement, including automatic and manual. For reputable service you can trust, Ken's Transmission. Ken's Transmission at 306 East Ensign Street in Marshalltown is a proud sponsor of the Marshalltown Bobcats.
Welcome back to Ottumwa as we start the second half. Bobcats will turn it over to the Ottumwa Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs get it back. Just 10 seconds gone, so the Bobcats turn over on their first possession to begin the second half, and the Bulldogs now move left to right on your radio dial and your TV screen here in the second half. 26-17, Bobcats with that lead out of the break. Go to work defensively here. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Brown drives, baseline, has to kick out, top of the key. Now Brown gets it back, right wing, dribbles it off of his shoe. Giannetto says, give me that ball, and he's dribbling it back the other way. Now trots over the midcourt stripe, feeding to Houston. Houston feeds it right back to Giannetto, left wing. Now to Brooks. We didn't see him a whole lot. He was playing with 2 fouls in that first half. He got those fairly early on and had to sit, as well as Dalen Houston playing with a couple fouls as well. Houston, they'll pop it into the left block. Now a no-look pass out to the far side corner, and Eisenbarth on cue. A 3 is good. 9 in the game, and it's a 12-point lead for the Cats. Brown backdoor cut, gets it down to left block. Huge block right there by Dalen Houston. Get out of there with that. And with 6:40 and counting in the third quarter, Cats on a roll here to begin the third quarter. Houston pops it over to Brooks. Now they'll swing it around it, reverse it to the near side quarter. Back to the right wing to Houston, guarded by Brown. Brown tips it away, but Capeyu gets it. Now feeds it back down to Houston, who's working his way to the left block, and Brown's going to reach in and commit a foul. That'll be number 2 on the night for Trey Brown. Actually, I have that as number 3, but they're only going to mark it number 2. They must have given another foul to somebody else. Yeah, they gave it to Alan Cook. That's who they gave it to. So, all right. He'll play with 2. Inbounds to Eisenbarth. 3's off the back of the iron. It bounces out left side. And rebounded by Shakir Pope. He'll hand off to Shark. Shark will bring it across the timeline. Hand off right wing. Carter Thompson controls the basketball. Alan Cook handed it off on the left wing. They'll drive inside, kick out near side corner. Pope for 3. Pops in and out. Houston. Tough rebound inside. Gets it right there. Well on his way to potentially a double-double here tonight. Eisenbarth, right wing. Gets it to Brooks, top of the key. Back to Capeyu, 3, near side corner. Can't get that one to go. Rebound way out high at the free throw line for Shark. He'll get it to the front court with 30 seconds on the shot clock here. As Shark will dribble and pass it up to the top of the key. Giannetto guards. A give and go. Down the left block. Backdoor pass to Brown. Houston skies and misses as Brown will drop it in for two. 10-point game in Ottumwa. 5-10 and counting third quarter. Capello right wing. And around the perimeter, Bobcats reverse it near side to Giannetto. Gets it to a posting up. Dalen Houston left block. Now gets it back to Giannetto, who drove baseline. Now they kick it out, top of the key, straight on three. It's good. And just like we started the game here tonight, Drake Capello and Jackson Eisenbarth with two made threes to begin the third quarter, just like they did early on in the game. And it's 32-19, Bobcats on top. Led by 15 in the first half. They're leading by 13 right now. Brown left block guarded by Brooks. Hands straight up, and they're going to call foul. Brooks with a little bit of a disgruntled look on his face, just like, what else can I do right there? I thought that was good defense by Trayshawn Brooks. He had the hands pretty much straight up, but maybe he bumped a little bit too much. I don't know. And Brooks commits his third foul of the game. Brown heads to the line here tonight. It's just been Brown at the line all night. What can Brown do for you? Well, he has 10 points. That's what he can do. And the second free throw is no good, but almost an over-the-back situation by Pope. He gets the rebound, but the putback is no good. Bobcats with the rebound by Giannetto. Bounce pass up to Houston. Top of the key. Gets it back to Giannetto. Eisenbarth back to Giannetto. And around the perimeter looking to go inside. Bobcats really making more of a concerted effort to go inside into the block. Down to Houston. Good up and under move. Pass Brown. Count that bucket. It's good. Houston with 16 in the game. Putting on a clinic against Brown. And it's a 14-point lead for the Cats. Under 4 minutes in Ottumwa. Bobcats looking to go to 11-6 with a victory here tonight. Ottumwa is 3-10. Brown right wing, fakes. Houston doesn't bite on it, down to the right block, and I think a travel's going to be called. Yeah, that's a good call right there. Kind of spun, took a big walk with it, and it is a turnover on the Bulldogs. Back to the Cats with 3.5 minutes to go, third quarter. You're on Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV. I'm Brandon Lewis. Great to have you tuned in. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button if you're watching along on YouTube. Of course, you can download the YouTube app on your, Roku TV, Apple TV, whatever platform you have. As you look on KFJB-TV, last move by Dalen Houston, a little up and under to get his first bucket of the second half. 3:20 in the third quarter. It's 34-20. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. This is Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV.
Insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
Hey Bobcat fans, this is Jackson Bowie and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Bobcats had a 9-point lead at the break. They now have a 12-point lead. Have led by as many as 14 here in the second half. As the Bobcats with the basketball, the timeout was on the floor. Bobcats will inbound to Dalen Houston. Right block pass. Brown can't hit the bucket, but he's going to have 2 free throws. It's a shooting foul as Dalen Houston will head to the free throw line for the third time here tonight as the Bobcats are leading by 14 points and 3:16 remaining in the third quarter. So a 14-point lead here tonight for the Bobcats. I think I said 12. I don't know why I was saying 12. Anyway, the Bobcats leading by 14 here in this third quarter of play. Led by as many as 15, and now he'll tie the largest lead of the night at 15 for the Bobcats as Houston at the line tonight, 3 for 3. One more to come on the shooting foul. As a foul came in on Trey Brown, that's his third foul of the night for the Ottumwa Bulldogs sophomore. Second free throw is no good, and apologies to Dalen Houston there, gave him the old broadcaster's jinx, talking about how he was doing at the free throw line. 15-point lead for the Bobcats. This ties their largest lead of the night. Left high post jumper will answer back right there by Rasha Pope, and it's good for 2. His first bucket of the night for the Bulldogs. Houston into the front court. Brown guarding on him. He'll drive down the right side. He has it stripped away by Pope, but gets the ball back. And the Bobcats will keep the basketball as Houston almost turned it over. Cuts now. Grabs the basketball on the near side. Dribbles back to the top of the key over to Giannetto. Got the feed. Giannetto, a little Euro step. Awkward looking play, but the floater in the paint is good as Giannetto, the first player to score outside of Capello, Eisenbarth, and Houston here tonight, as that's the first bucket by Giannetto on a great-looking play right there in the paint. I don't think he expected that defense to open up like it did. Eisenbarth almost forced a turnover, travel inside. Brown got the ball back, traveled with it, and it is going to be a turnover with 2:09 in the third quarter. Back to the Bobcats here on the road here tonight. Look at the replay right here on Giannetto with that step inside and then floated it up there. What a nice-looking play by Giannetto, the junior, to get that bucket. And now he'll get the inbounds pass from Capello and bring it up court. 37-22. Bobcats leading it. Giannetto, angle dribbles to the right wing. Feed over to Capello. And now Capello off of a screen. Gets it to Giannetto. Giannetto drives inside, pulls up, free throw line. Can't get that one to go. We're going the other way. It's a rebound outlet to Tanner Shark for the Ottumwa Bulldogs. Brown, left wing. Bounce pass up to the top of the key by Caleb Campbell. Back over to Shark on the right wing. Drives in, not able to hit the shot. And Giannetto is down on the floor. I'm not sure what happened right there, but Shark kind of flailed into the paint and missed the shot. Houston got the rebound. And Giannetto, I'm not sure if he rolled an ankle, but trainers are going to come out here and give a look on him. Yes. Always a very painful thing. I'm almost to the point where it only hurts for about 2 seconds now when I roll my ankle. And then we're good. That's how many times I've rolled my ankle. Gotta tape them up. And that's something that Dalen Houston has had to roll through with football ankle injuries and basketball ankle injuries, and finally tonight, really. I mean, last week he played tremendous, but tonight he looks to be cutting and playing much more comfortably as the Bobcats will turn it over as they try to feed it inside to Dalen Houston on the left block from Braden Weatherly, but just a little wide right there in the turnover. But yeah, Dalen definitely looking a lot more comfortable out there on the floor. Things not maybe bothering him as much, and playing pretty fluid basketball here tonight. 15-point lead for the Bobcats as we approach the 1-minute mark here in the third quarter. 37-22, Cats on top. Bounce pass left wing from Brown. Got it to Pope. And now to the other Pope. Drives in, kicks to Brown, drives baseline, fakes past Houston. Weatherly will pick up a blocking foul. They say he slid in too late. And that will send Brown to the line. Five points here in the second half for Brown. Rasha Pope, the only other Bulldog to score here in the second half. So 37-24 the score as Brown heads to the line for the and one after he made the bucket on the baseline drive. It's good for for 3 to convert the three-point play. As Trey Brown leading the Ottumwa Bulldogs will check out here after the made free throw in a 12-point game. Trayshawn Brooks back into the game for the Bobcats. I wouldn't say a trap there, half-court trap, but now changing to a 2-3 zone defense. Bobcats beat it. Eisenbarth wide open three, no good. Weatherly inside bucket, count it. It's good inside. Hard hustle and muscle gets himself into the action. Scoring-wise, it's good for two. And the Bobcats lead at 39-25. Now Capeyu forces a turnover. Going the other way quickly, the Cats. Trayshawn Brooks wanted Houston to lob it up to him, but didn't backdoor it. 20 seconds to go inside the third quarter. And Trayshawn Brooks from the right wing drives inside down to the right block. He's going to be fouled on his way to the rack. Was trying to put up a floater, and it is going to be no good. And Trayshawn Brooks might get himself into the scoring column for the first time here tonight as he heads to the line. A 75% free throw shooter, as he does not have a made bucket here tonight. And he'll have his first points of the game here in the third quarter as we're just 17 seconds away from the fourth quarter. A good sign as Carter Giannetto is off the bench and ready to check back into the game after what looked to be a roll of his ankle earlier in this quarter. Brooks kind of leans in and count that second free throw as he makes both. And it's 41-25. Actually, I think 40-26 is our score. Maybe they didn't update the scoreboard here. So, anyway, 8 seconds to go. Pope will have the basketball for the Ottumwa Bulldogs. Free throw line jumper is no good. Houston got the rebound, and that will do it. Bobcats have the lead as we head to the fourth quarter in Ottumwa right here on KFJB and KFJB-TV.
Doesn't end when the weather gets cold at Wandering Creek Golf Club in Marshalltown. With their 2 full swing simulators, anything you can do at an outdoor golf course, you can do at our indoor golf simulator. With 80-plus golf courses to choose from. Visit wanderingcreekgolf.com for more information.
Bobcat Nation, this is Jackson Eisenbarth, and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
41-25 is our correct score. They gave the point to the wrong team down there, so we are good on KFJB-TV. Yeah, so 41-25. I just counted up, and so, yes, 41-25 is our right score as we just about ready to begin the fourth quarter here in Ottumwa. All right, let's get a scoreboard update tonight, all brought to you by Central State Bank as a few finals are coming in here. As Gladbrook-Rhinebeck defeats East Marshall tonight 84-68. Cedar Falls 65-34 as Cedar Falls tops Cedar Rapids Jefferson, and Cedar Rapids Kennedy slashes Waterloo West here tonight 89-48. How about that? As Cedar Rapids Kennedy and Waterloo West, I believe they had only had 2 losses coming into the game here tonight, so big win as Kennedy undefeated on the season. 41-20. Well, they gave the extra point to the Bobcats, but they didn't take a point off for the Bulldogs. So it should be 41-25, but they're still struggling here. All right, 8 minutes and counting as the Bobcats will get the basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. Brooks, right wing. Over the left wing, Capeyu off a screen. Huge rebound by Dalen Houston offensively. Gets it back to Brooks, top of the key, turns it over. Brooks has been in a funk here tonight from the get-go. He got a couple fouls and just has not been able to get himself into this one. Rasha Pope with a fourth quarter bucket. A miss inside by Alan Cook, but he's there to clean up the miss. And the putback is good for Pope, his second made bucket of the night. Eisenbarth wide open as they beat the zone defense, and Eisenbarth having a big night. He's got 12. A little bit of a coming out party here for Jackson, the senior. And the Bobcats leading at 44-28. A jumper inside, fading back on the shot. Brown is no good. Rebound outlet to Dalen Houston. Brown steps in front, pokes it out of bounds into the far sideline. And it will be Bobcat basketball with 6:55 to go in the basketball game. So 44-28. Bobcats with a 16-point lead. This is their largest of the night. Capeyu up top. Over Over the left wing to Eisenbarth, now to Brooks, near side corner. He'll dribble. And nothing really doing. Kicks to Houston, takes a long jumper from about 15 foot out. Near side, it's no good. Get up close and personal there on KFJB-TV with that shot underneath the hoop. Bulldogs will have the basketball back, though, with 6.5 minutes to go, fourth quarter, 44-28. Near side corner, Tanner Shark. One hand set up to the top of the key. Left-handed dribble by Carter Thompson. And back to Shark. Shark at the free throw line. Lost his dribble. Gets it over to Brown. Brown, right block. He misses. The shot comes up short. Houston whiffed on the block. But Brown was short on the layup on the spin move on the right block. Ottumwa got the rebound, though. Now Pope, a desperation floater from the left hand on the left side of the bucket. They're going to rule it a shooting foul. Boy, that's kind of a weak foul right there, but the foul's going to come in on Drake Capeyu. That'll be his second foul of the night. Again, it's just my thing. I hate fouls, whatever level, that are awarded to guys who are in a play but out of control. And right there, Pope rewarded for being out of control. Splits the free throws, so Pope will hold it 5 points in the game. 44-29. Bobcats with the lead on the road here tonight in Ottumwa. Giannetto gets it to Brooks, top of the key over to Houston. And they'll rotate quickly. Giannetto down to the right block. Dribbles it off of an Ottumwa Bulldog. It's off of Tanner Shark. And it will remain with the Bobcats with just 15 seconds on the shot clock. 5:41 on the game clock, fourth quarter. Baseline, inbounds. Brown picks it up. Good read right there. Giannetto was trying to find the near side corner. Pope flies past Brooks. On his way to the rack, gets good for Rasha Pope, who's coming alive in the fourth quarter. 44-31. Bobcats in the backcourt. Get it into the front court as a little bit of pressure. Eisenbarth picks up his dribble in the near side corner. He is double teamed, and a timeout will be called as the Bobcats take it with 5:19 in the fourth quarter. It's 44-31. Bobcats are leading it on the road in Ottumwa on KFJB and KFJB-TV.
Don't let concerns about current events derail your long-term financial strategy. Edward Jones financial advisor Zach Wall can help. He'll work with you to understand today's financial landscape and how to be positioned for the long term. Edward Jones can give you the tools for a reasoned, disciplined approach to investing. Call Zach Wall at 641-752-3017 in Marshalltown or online at edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Dale in Houston. You're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Fourth quarter, things getting down to the wire here as the Bobcats led by as many as 16, but Bulldogs trying to stay scrappy here tonight and fight their way back into this one. It's 44-31 here in Ottumwa. Yeah, it should be Bulldogs 30 and Bobcats 44-30. We've had scoreboard all over the place here tonight, but Bobcats will pick up the basketball to begin out of the timeout called on the floor. And Brooks at the top of the key swings over to the right wing to Capeyu. And now to Brooks, who quickly swings it a little bit high and out of control over to Houston. Now they find the open man in Eisenbarth, and he is on fire here tonight. Eisenbarth with 6 at the break. He's got 9 in the second half and 15 overall on the night. 47-30, 17-point lead, largest of the night now for the Bobcats. Brown down low underneath the hoop on the right side, puts it off the glass, good for 2. That's his first bucket of the fourth quarter. 47-32 now. Giannetto swings it over to Brooks, who gets it over the timeline. Now up court to Capeyu, far side quarter. And now back to Brooks. 4:20 to go. And Brooks will get the basketball back as the Bobcats had to save it from going out of bounds. They find Capeyu. He's open for another 3. And Capello with 12 on the night. It's 50-32. Cats on top with 4:05 to go. And Ottumwa Bulldogs settle in here. He had a baseline right side drive. A jumper inside is no good. Giannetto was guarding on Carter Thompson and kind of knocked it away. Bobcats got the rebound. Now inside to Houston, down to the right block, double teamed, kicks it back out. Capello right wing. Now around the perimeter, Bobcats come. They'll dump it to Brooks, near side corner, who will dribble back out to the top of the key, swings it around the perimeter to Giannetto, right wing. Cross-court pass. Houston fakes the pass, takes the three himself, comes up short. Ball right back to him, gets the offensive rebound. Shot clock will reset with 3:15 and counting in the fourth quarter. Brooks inside, kicks over to Eisenbarth. Looking for another three, couldn't get it. Houston, though, gets a tough rebound. Putback is good, count the bucket. Yeah, that's the fourth time tonight. He'll get an and one. And Houston doing the dirty work down low in the paint. It's a 20-point lead for the Cats, 52-32. Bobcats took down the Bulldogs by 29 last year. Bobcats went through a rough stretch. They had Trayshawn Brooks out in early January. They had Dalen Houston out for 2 weeks. And finally, everybody's gotten back into rhythm, and it's great to see that Jackson Eisenbarth having a great breakout game here tonight as he has 15, and Dalen Houston also putting together a really strong performance on the road here. And he puts in the and once right there, and it's 53-32. Bobcats leading by 21, and another rebound by Dalen. He's going to have his fifth double-double of the season, no doubt. I know he's got at least 10 rebounds. Down low, Houston, spin move, has his pocket picked by Brown. He comes up with it, up to Pope. Pope slashes, Capello pokes it away from behind, out of bounds, and the Bobcats will stay on defense here. Leading 21, and the line change is going to come in. Jackson Bowie, Rogelio Sarin will get ready to check back in for the Bobcats as well with 2:45 to go in the basketball game. Houston will check out. Giannetto also, he's got that ankle that he rolled. And so good to get those guys on the bench here in a 21-point game. Bowie in the game, he will guard. An underhand flip out high to Caleb Campbell. And Brooks will guard on the far side left wing up at the top. Landon Platten is checked in, the senior at 6'5", averaging 1.3 points per game. And now a pick for Capello. He'll get a steal and slow things down for the Cats with 2:20 to go in the fourth quarter. Brooks at the top of the key will control the basketball. Drives to the right wing. Kicks it to Rogelio Sarin, who dribbles back out to the top. Down near side to Trayshawn Brooks. Up to Rogelio Sarin and over to Capello. Tries to set a screen. Could not get it. Brooks drives down to left block. Puts it on the ground. And the turnaround jumper's no good. Just an off night for Trayshawn Brooks, but his teammates picking him up. As Trayshawn Brooks in foul trouble early tonight. Didn't get in a rhythm. And it's kind of had him off all night. There's a carry inside, but no call. And it's just taking that thing a little bit too high on the drive baseline, and a timeout's going to be called by the officials with 1:37 to go in the fourth quarter. Just a substitution timeout here as Corey Smith will check in for the Bobcats. Cale Sandvik, as well as Gatlil Jor, is going to come into the game for the Marshalltown Bobcats. So a couple new faces. Gatlil will make sure that jersey is tucked in just right, and he'll inbound it to Smith. Over to Sandvik, and Sarin gets the basketball, dribbles out of it. Gatlil Jor around the perimeter. Bowie thought about the three, pulled it down near side corner, and Bobcats just rotating the basketball along the perimeter. Rogelio Sarin fakes left, goes right, now kicks back. Gatlil, why not? Wind it up. Yeah, rattle it home. Gatlil Jor. First bucket of the year for Gatlil Jor, and have a party to the junior right there. Left wing three is good. You love to see it. You just love to see the bench come in and contribute like they have here tonight. Landon Platten will answer back with a 2 of his own. A 3 by Sandvik is no good. Jor try to go down and pick the pocket. Ottumwa will pass it around here with 40 seconds to go in the game. Baseline drive. Galil Jor says no, not in here, but he'll commit a foul. Younger brother of Dwight Jor. Kyle Smith ready to check in, as well as also getting ready to check in for the Bobcats, Jose Vargas. And the first free throw is no good. At the line, Luke Grave, limited action here tonight. He has not made a free throw on the season, and still is not, as the first one was no good. 56-35, the score holding at. And the second one not good either, but a rebound inside. Putback is good. Count the bucket for Landon Platten. And he'll have an opportunity to make a three-point play. So Luke Grave couldn't make the bucket, but they got the rebound, and the putback was good. Ames in a tight one. They did take down Hoover tonight, 35-25. So a 10-point win, but boy, what a low-scoring affair. That's what Ames wants, man. They want to keep you under 40 for sure. And they did not get the rebound, but it is off of Ottumwa apparently there. I thought it was going to be off the Cats, but no, it's not. So Platt made the bucket, but he could not follow it up with the and one, and we are down to our final 30 seconds in the game here tonight, as the Bobcats will get their 11th victory of the season. They'll go to 11-6. Kyle Smith over to Corey Smith. Two brothers check it in here late in this one. Sandvik feeds down to Smith, but it's picked off. And it's turnover on the Bobcats. And into the front court for Platten. Platten loses the basketball. Bounce pass up. Bobcats trying to steal it away. Not allow a shot here. And Ottumwa will pass it into their own bench. A cross-court skip pass, never ideal. 0.7 seconds. Corey Smith will get the inbounds from Gatleel Jor, and that will do it. Bobcats win it. Final score 56-37. Big win here tonight for the Bobcats on the road on Super Tuesday, as the Bobcats now improve to 11-6. Ottumwa is now 3-11. We had a locker room report coming up. We'll talk to head coach Michael Apple in our post-game interview with him, all brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services. Also get you a scoreboard update and much more on the way. Locker room report is next. This is Bobcat Basketball on KFJB and KFJB-TV.
Choose Marshalltown Community College for your education.
A quality education.
Hands-on career training.
Convenient on-campus living.
One-on-one attention from my instructors.
Earning my AA degree and transferring to university, all while saving money.
Why was MCC the right choice for me? The great student activities and the friends I met.
2 convenient locations and the option to take online classes.
The right choice is MCC.
Hey Bobcat Nation, this is Rogelio Soren and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
56-37, the final score here tonight from the Ottumwa Middle School, as the Ottumwa Bulldogs fall to your Marshalltown Bobcats. Bobcats early on here, Jackson Eisenbarth and Drake Capeyu got some threes, got them going. Cats were able to finish it off. Really impressed by how they started off the second half as well and built a lead of 21 here tonight, and they win it 56-37 on the road here tonight in Ottumwa. Locker room report starts next right here on KFJB and KFJB-TV.
Furniture and Mattress has your mattress. Every firmness, comfort, and support level, each at a great price. Make the investment today for a good night's sleep for years to come. McGregor's also has quality furniture for every room in your home. Beautiful, comfortable sofas, recliners, dinette sets, and office furniture to help you work and relax in comfort and style. McGregor's Furniture is proud to bring you quality furniture and great service, and they are proud to support Bobcat Athletics. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, open 7 days a week.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Capon & Brown helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Capon & Brown to hear more about how they can help you feel healthier and happier in your home. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Call them today at 641-753-3563 or visit them online at caponandbrowninc.com. Your local premier Lennox dealer, where quality has been a promise for 48 years.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce reminds you that when you shop locally, you are benefiting members of our community and adding to our local community overall. You'll find local business owners are generally more knowledgeable, provide better service, and even know their customers by name. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce exists to be an advocate for our business community. Membership in the Chamber benefits your business and adds to the strength of our advocacy efforts. For more information on shopping locally and Chamber membership, go to Marshalltown.org.
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Coming up, post-game statistics, a check of the area scoreboard, and post-game reaction. The Locker Room Report on KFJB-TV, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Well, a really nice, solid victory here tonight for the Marshalltown Bobcats as they take down the Ottumwa Bulldogs 56-37, the final score. Cats now 11-6 on the season. Bulldogs are now 3-11 with the loss. As the Bobcats will take on the Fort Dodge Dodgers coming up on Friday night. We'll talk more about that coming up in our Locker Room Report, all presented by Wells Fargo Advisors. Final stat line of the night tonight as the Bobcats get Jackson Eisenbarth. As you see, he's on the middle of the floor right there as he finishes with 15 points here tonight. A little bit of a coming out party for him on the season. He's definitely been guarded different, as coaches kind of alluded to, being more of a known, as Coach Brynjolfsson mentions, definitely being guarded different this year. But Jackson found some open areas and knocked down some big threes as he finishes 5 made threes, 15 points tonight. Dalen Houston leads the Cats, though, with 20 points in the victory. Drake Capeyu hit 4 threes. He finishes with 12 on the night. Trayshawn Brooks, an off night for him. He hit a couple free throws as he just finishes with 2 points. Gatlil Jor in reserve action. He hit a 3, and Carter Gianetto a little bit off tonight here, too. He rolled his ankle, but looks to be okay. He finishes with just 2 points. Meanwhile, for the Ottumwa Bulldogs, I mentioned it in the pregame, if you keep Trey Brown under 15 points or less here tonight, you're going to be victorious, and maybe in a convincing fashion. Well, Bobcats shut him down. He gets 15 here tonight, below his average, and the Bobcats did a nice job on him in the victory. Rasha Pope finishes with 7, 4 for Landon Platten late in this one, and Caleb Campbell hit a 3 in the second quarter, but didn't really do anything else here tonight. And as a final score, 56-37. You're in the Locker Room Report. A scoreboard update is coming up next right here on the Locker Room Report on KFJB and KFJB-TV.
And save for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
How can you help Marshalltown High School and enjoy a mouth-watering burger at the same time? By ordering the Bobcat Burger at Legends American Grill. 2 quarter-pound patties with crisp bacon strips, sauteed onions, and melted American cheddar, jack, and Swiss cheeses on top of fresh shredded lettuce on a toasted bun. It's absolutely delicious. $1 from every Bobcat Burger sold is donated by Legends to Marshalltown High School activities. So, enjoy a Bobcat Burger and help MHS. The Bobcat Burger, another exclusive from Legends American Grill in Marshalltown.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress has your mattress. Every firmness, comfort, and support level, each at a great price. Make the investment today for a good night's sleep for years to come. McGregor's also has quality furniture for every room in your home. Beautiful, comfortable sofas, recliners, dinette sets, and office furniture to help you work and relax in comfort and style. McGregor's Furniture is proud to bring you quality furniture and great service, and they are proud to support Bobcat Athletics. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, open 7 days a week.
You should never have to wait after ordering new appliances. At Penn's Appliance, you wouldn't. With an incredible selection in stock and ready to install today. Our friendly team is here to help you pick the perfect set to match your style. And let our professional technicians install and set up your new appliances, often delivering the very next day. Stop in today, see all the new features, and find your new look at Penn's Appliance. For sales and service of everything appliance, go see the Pence team.
Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV is brought to you by Pence Appliance and TV. For sales and service of everything appliance, come see the Pence team. Wells Fargo Advisors, Marshalltown. Marshalltown Community College, a step in the right direction. The Embers, independent living for active seniors. Marshalltown, a worldwide leader in tool manufacturing.
Welcome back into the Locker Room Report here on KFJB-TV and News Talk 1230 KFJB AM 93.9 FM. Our postgame chat with head coach Michael Appleall brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services in a big victory here tonight for you, Coach. You guys get your 11th victory, 56-37, the final against the Ottumwa Bulldogs. You took them down by 29 last year. You're up by as many as 21 here in the second half. I thought this was maybe one of the more complete games that I've seen in quite a few weeks for the Bobcats. What'd you make of this game here tonight?
Yeah, I thought, like you just said, I thought it was pretty complete on both sides there. You know, we they stops, and that helped us on offense. We really emphasized getting it inside early. Mm-hmm. You know, Dalen, I think was 8 for 8 in that first half, so they didn't really have an answer for him. So we just did a good job of keep giving him the ball, kept being aggressive, and good things happened. You know, a lot of those shots we made were coming inside out, where we're getting the ball inside first, and then having our shooters, you know, spot up, and it's a little easier to shoot those, it seems like, when that happens.
Yeah, that's for sure, because, I think we took the lead 2-0, and then you guys hit a couple big threes. One of those threes made by Jackson Eisenbarth, who finishes with 15 tonight. I know we've talked a little bit about him just with, maybe being more of a known this year and guys guarding him a little bit different, but a little bit of a coming out party for him tonight with those 15 points. It was really nice to see him get involved and knock those shots down with pure confidence.
Yeah, you know, Jackson's going to continue to work at it. He shoots all the time, every single day, so that's never an issue with him. If he's open, that's his role on the team. He's going to shoot them, and we're confident he's going to make them. So, great job by him tonight. Great job from our guys of finding him and getting him shots when he had it going there.
I thought, early on, I thought Ottumwa did an okay job rebounding, but you guys really took over in that category. I don't know what the disparity was there, but it seemed like there was some really nice offensive rebounds by Dalen Houston tonight and by a few other guys. I'm sure Dalen had a double-double tonight because he had 20 points.
Yeah, he had 7 rebound defensive and 3 offensive there, I think.
All right, so 10
rebounds.
10 rebounds. So his 5th double-double of the season. I mean, I think I mentioned it late in this one, but it's one of those things where, early on in January you had Trayshawn Brooks out due to some injuries, and then Dalen was out for a couple of weeks, and now finally starting to get – do you feel like getting back into a rhythm?
We are. You can tell tonight Dalen, that ankle, and, wasn't really bothering him at all.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell he's kind of back to his original self, or it seemed like it anyways. And he's pretty tough to handle when he's, that aggressive and looking to score it like that.
On a night where the Ottumwa Bulldogs tried to hang around, it just seems like early on in this one, in the third quarter, you kind of put it to bed, knocked down some big shots. You think that can help build some confidence here to put teams away and not let them hang around the rest of the season?
Yeah, I think so. I think we did a good job of running that clock a little bit. Not at times we got a little quick, but we're, that's coming with guys that are good shooters. So it's tough when you're open like that. But just understanding time and score and controlling what we can and really work that offense to make the defense work and run that clock. And usually we'll get something really good.
Tre'Shaun, a little bit of an off night for him. Obviously, getting 2 early fouls did not help in this one. But I thought the bench coming in and playing for him really helped. And I always love to see some of the guys get in late. We saw Gatlil Jor with a 3 there on the left wing. I'm sure it's always fun to see some of the younger guys get in and make those
great.
plays.
You know, G works so hard in practice. He's a huge guy for us. You know, every single day we wouldn't be able to do what we do without those guys. And so it's great when they get the opportunity like that. And you know, it's no surprise to us. He does it a lot in practice. So it's just a guy that's good to get him some minutes there. I mean, he's a solid guy for us every day.
Yeah, awesome to hear. All right, Fort Dodge on Friday night. I know always a big one for you guys, and a tough road stretch here for you will come to an end on Friday night. But I guess just quick hitter, you know, your big thing that you know you're going to be preparing for Friday night.
Well, I think our mindset going into these 2 games has been really good. We've treated it as like a business trip, and we've been ready to play. So that's the biggest thing. Is if we can do that again Friday, we'll be in good shape.
Well, we look forward to it as tip off right around 7:45. Hopefully.
I don't know. Have we gone at 7:45 yet?
I think maybe once all year.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's probably 7:47.
I don't really know
you know
when the time the game starts, but I know when we get home.
It's late.
Yeah.
Hey, safe travels, Coach. That is our post-game chat, all brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services, your locally owned qualified diesel mechanics. This is Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
When Mike Overton moved to Laurel, Iowa, he had a vision to have a diesel repair shop that would support his growing family and passion for working on diesel engines. Being part of the East Marshall community means ensuring that farmers, truck drivers, and businesses run smoothly. With a large building and state-of-the-art equipment, Laurel Diesel Services is always up for a challenge. When your farm trucks, semis, or other diesel equipment requires maintenance or the occasional repair, take it to Laurel Diesel Services.
The equity in your home is power. Power to remodel your home. Take a memorable vacation. Add a deck or patio. Lennox Employees Credit Union can help you unleash the financial power you possess with a home equity loan. Consolidate debt, fund a student loan, or pay for a wedding. Home equity loans are as low as 5.74% for a 5-year fixed-rate loan. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Golf doesn't end when the weather gets cold at Wandering Creek Golf Club in Marshalltown. With their 2 full-swing simulators, anything you can do at an outdoor golf course, you can do at our indoor golf simulator. With 80-plus golf courses to choose from, visit wanderingcreekgolf.com for more information.
Since 1967, Jensen Ford Lincoln has served generations of families around central Iowa. Quality vehicles, professional service, knowledge of our product, that's a part of Jensen. But what's more important to us is a trust that is passed down from every generation. Jensen Ford Lincoln wants to serve your family. We want to be there for your first car, we want to be there for your family SUV, and we want to see you drive away in the Mustang you always dreamed of. At Jensen, we want to be here for you now and every mile along the way.
It's Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV.
Back inside at Ottumwa Middle School here on KFJB and KFJB-TV. A scoreboard update is all brought to you here tonight by, of course, all night, Central State Bank. Central State Bank. Discover what they can do for you. Locations in Ames State Center and in West Des Moines. All right, so we told you about that final from Ames and Hoover tonight, as Ames takes down Hoover 35-25. Colonesco tops Collins Maxwell 52-48. Sioux City West 58 points as they're down by Abraham Lincoln Council Bluffs 69-58. Sioux City East loses to Bellevue West 71-40. Now Sioux City East has lost 2 in a row. Des Moines North, the last update we got was leading Fort Dodge 46-24. And Des Moines North, we just got an update, 64-41. They top Fort Dodge. Fort Dodge, the opponent of the Bobcats on Friday night. We'll talk more about that coming up. As also East and West Marshall. Did we get those in there? I don't think we did. East Marshall loses to Gladbrook Rhinebeck 84-68 here tonight. And West Marshall loses to PCM 53-33. That is a scoreboard here on KFJB-TV. We'll wrap things up from Ottumwa next, right here on the Locker Room Report, all presented by Wells Fargo Advisors on KFJB-TV.
In this world, you are what you put on social media. If you don't believe me, go check out Calvin Rocket on Facebook. Not only will you find enticing pictures of delicious specials and favorite menu items, you'll also see a whole lot of Bobcat pride. From football to fine arts and everything in between, Calvin Rocket is always sharing what makes them proud to be Bobcats. Keep up to date with Calvin Rocket specials and events at facebook.com/Calvin Rocket Marshalltown. Share the pride, and don't forget to share the cheese curds.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
There's a city within a city not far from here. The city includes a beautiful apartment building with indoor parking, a chapel, a movie theater, a swimming pool, exercise and recreational facilities, putting greens, and more. The city isn't really a city, but it is a wonderful place to live. Make friends and live your best life. It's the Embers Retirement Community in Marshalltown. The Embers provides security, independence, and companionship. Beautiful grounds outside and lovely studio, 1- and 2-bedroom apartments inside. See it for yourself. The Embers in Marshalltown.
Marshalltown knows competition. We started forging trowels in 1890 and evolved into manufacturing tools for masonry, drywall, concrete, flooring, tile, paint, and more. Today, we're still going strong. Marshalltown strong. As a worldwide leader in manufacturing, we crush the competition. We believe in our community and are proud to support Bobcat Athletics.
Why choose Marshalltown Community College for your education?
A quality education.
Hands-on career training.
Convenient on-campus living.
One-on-one attention from my instructors.
Earning my AA degree and transferring to university, all while saving money.
Why was MCC the right choice for me? The great student activities and the friends I met.
2 convenient locations and the option to take online classes.
The right choice is MCC.
Welcome back into Bobcat Live here on KFJB-TV.
That's interesting. You said a lot more.
Coach, a busy week for you Monday night.
It's Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV.
One final time on a Super Tuesday from Ottumwa, 56-37. Bobcats win it on the road, go to 11-6. Coming up on Friday night, it is the Friday Showcase from Fort Dodge. Pre-game show starts at 6, tip-off at 6:15 from the girls' game. Boys' game to follow here on KFJB-TV. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you're watching along on YouTube here tonight. Get updates and upcoming broadcasts. So look to have you forward on the Friday Showcase coming up on Friday night. Thanks so much to our staff here tonight with KFJB-TV, our crew. I'm Brandon Lewis. Thanks to Jeff Brooks, our producer, back at the KFJB studios. Todd Steinkamp, a.k.a. the Todd Father, our producer here on KFJB-TV, as well as our camera crew, Keith Stewart and Jesse DeMeyer, a.k.a. Mick Meyer. You've been watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB and KFJB-TV.
Today's game was brought to you by Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce, Assured Partners, Legends American Grill, Jensen Ford, Sports Plus, Sports Medicine, Edward Jones, Zach Wall, Capone and Brown, Wayward Social, Zeno's, McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, Tents Appliance and TV, Wells Fargo Advisors, Marshalltown Community College, The Embers, Marshalltown, Bruin Manufacturing, Ken's Transmission, Brown's Shoe Fit, Central State Bank, Calvin Rocket Bar and Grill, Top Crafters, Marshalltown Hy-Vee.